What's up, boys? Shane here, and today I want to talk about Battlefield Hardline 2. Something that I haven't talked about on this channel much at all, especially since it's sort of been a Hardline channel for a while. But this is a tweet that came out around last year, and I honestly may have referenced it once, but I don't think I ever did a full video on it. Or even if I did, I sort of want to talk about it again, because Battlefield has not been too great of late. Yeah, so basically, after Battlefield Hardline 1, they actually pitched a Battlefield Hardline 2 to EA. This comes from a tweet from Zaculon. He says, "For the record, we pitched a sequel. It was a throwback to Cops vs. Mobsters in an ooze style. It made it all the way up to publishing. Head of publishing said, no, we can't sell historical shooters." This was before Battlefield 1 went and sold a bajillion copies. So yeah, this is during the era of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, when they weren't really selling too many historical shooters. But probably after Call of Duty went to World War II, or there was rumors of it, Battlefield tried to do the same. And it's really unfortunate that we never got to see this game, because Battlefield Hardline was one of the most fun Battlefield games in my opinion. There's just a ton of fun stuff with it. It had really good infantry gameplay, really fun modes like Heist and Blood Money that were specific to the era and the theme of the game. And I really wish we got to see a sort of like 1940s-esque version of this. It would have been super, super awesome. In the background, I also have some rescue gameplay, something I haven't played in forever. It's kind of like Search and Destroy from Call of Duty in that it's a 5v5 mode, and there's no respawns, and then it just goes round by round, basically. But I had a ton of fun playing that, and I've just had a ton of fun going back and playing Hardline for a little bit. And yeah. I really, really wish this game got a sequel. I'm pretty sure it will never happen. Maybe sometime in like 8 years, when people remember Hardline better than they do now, it might, but the only issue with that is many people just did not play Hardline, so Battlefield would need to be in a really poor state for that to actually happen, and I just don't really see the sequel ever happening. But the fact they actually pitched it, and it was Cops and Mobsters back in the 1930s and 40s, it would have just been super, super awesome. I'm never going to forget that, and I really wish it was an idea. But yeah, again, pretty much all Visceral's been fired from EA. They're pretty much mostly working on independent things. They were working on that Star Wars game for a while, but I'm pretty sure Respawn Entertainment took over for that, the people that made Titanfall and Apex. And I'm going to have a completely separate video on that, because pretty much Titanfall 3 was delayed because of Apex, which kind of pisses me off, because I think Titanfall games are some of the best games that we've had in the last 5 to 10 years. The last 5 years more, and having Apex Legends replace that, I'm not the biggest fan of, especially with how saturated the Battle Royale scene is these days. But you know, they gotta do what they gotta do to make money. And they're also making the Star Wars game, so Respawn has a lot on their plate, so I can understand delaying it. But yeah. There isn't too much else I want to talk about in this video. I sort of just wanted to bring that up and have a discussion with you guys down in the comment section. I want you guys to talk about how you feel about that, what you think a Cops and Mobsters version of Battlefield Hardline would have been like. My only issue I would have seen with it would have been the number of guns, only because, while Battlefield 1 definitely had a lack of guns, only being able to do Cops and Mobsters in most likely like New York or something like that, the amount of weapons would have been really bad. But I'm sure the campaign would have been absolutely awesome, and it definitely would have compensated with some cool modes. I'm sure Heist and Blood Money definitely would have came back, and they could have done some really cool stuff with it anyway. But yeah, again, historical shooters are always going to have that issue of lack of weapons, just because you can't incorporate anything from the future. Whereas in modern games, you can include historical weapons, modern weapons, you can include everything. You can even include prototypes. So I personally just prefer modern games for that reason. And I'm not sure I would have liked this game more than the base Battlefield Hardline, but it definitely would have been a really awesome Battlefield spinoff. I'm kind of sad we haven't gotten too many spinoffs at all, since Hardline, Bad Company 2, we haven't really had any spinoffs since then, or even thoughts of spinoffs, to be honest. I'm kind of hoping that the next Battlefield game is going to be Bad Company 3, or just Battlefield, I guess 6 is what it would be, and just have that be another modern shooter. I'm really, really itching for a true sequel to Battlefield 4, And it honestly seems like Call of Duty Modern Warfare will provide that more than anything that the Battlefield franchise can provide right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, boys. I sort of just rambled on a bit about some Battlefield things, some Hardline things, and sort of what I'm thinking about the franchise at the time. But yeah, don't forget to tell me down below what you guys think of that potential Battlefield Hardline 2. Again, just to be clear, this pretty much won't happen because Visceral's been fired, but it was something I wanted to talk about with you guys. So again, boys, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.